Welcome back to my channel. I'm starting another painting today, and this one I prepared on a little circular canvas, as I thought it would be cute to use a circular canvas, but also the colours I'm choosing which are red and white and maybe burnt sienna. I'm not sure if I'll use a third colour. There won't be any copper or gold or anything. Now, those colours could be quite powerful and strong, so I'd rather do it on a small canvas and see how they work out. And also, I'm going to do the centre of the canvas in white. I was debating whether to do the perimeter in white, the border, but I decided I would do the centre in white, since I have white left over from my last painting. And the reason I actually chose the colours on the background was it's oil that was left over from previous painting of mine, and all the different colours mixed together. There was reds and purples and blues and white and some yellow, and I just mixed them all on the canvas, just mix them all together, and that was the result. I got some white as well. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll have to leave it to dry for a few days. That probably will take a day, not more than that, because it's very hot here. And then I'll do the drawing on, which I'm thinking will be little robin redbreasts, because they are red and brown, and that will go together perfectly. And maybe sitting on a red rose, I'll see, or just on a twig. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing, and I'll bring you back when I have more to show. After painting the base colours on this round canvas, I realised that the white wasn't as white as it could be because of the red underneath, but that doesn't matter, because once I've painted on the painting that I'm going to do, I will paint around it again, which I will be doing with red. I'll paint around it again in white. So that should give it a cleaner white. But at the same time, when I finished painting, preparing that canvas, I decided I might as well do the second one in the inverse colours, with the red in the centre, and it's the same red. It looks a bit different because it went straight onto the white, and the white is a whole lot cleaner because it also went straight onto the white. Now, I've said before, painting white on white is difficult, and it is, but because I only had a thin area to paint, and I had marked this centerpiece with a pencil, I could just I had a big brush, and I painted the first bits and then continued painting all around, following those lines, and then going back again and again just to make sure I'd covered every inch. But I did go out of the line a bit with the red there, as you can see. From a distance here, it looks to me like a hexagon instead of a circle, but it is definitely a circle. So what I decided is, with such a small area, even though it's a very bright red, I can sort of paint it down by doing, in the center, I prepared two sketches. One would be with roses, white roses, outlined in white. I couldn't do it on the white paper, obviously. And then little robin redbreasts, but I decided that the canvas is so small, one bird and one rose would be enough. And then on this side, I was going to do one bird and three roses. But I decided, I thought about it a bit, and I thought perhaps I should just do one rose and one bird there, and then here I should do a sunflower and a bird. Doesn't have to be roses every time. And so I tried sketching that on my notepad, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start with this one. My choice is to do either the rose in white outlined in red, and then the sunflower in red outlined in white, or the other way around. So I'll start with the rose outlined in white, and if after doing that and the bird and the stalks, I see it's still too much red, then, well, I'll add a lot of leaves on, and I will then I'll decide if I like it or not, and what to do with it, or whether to do the sunflower instead of the rose. But the rose is going to be basically based on that rose over there, which I painted with red and layers of different shades of red and deep sort of blackish red in the inside parts of the petals. And yeah, I actually think I need to bring it closer to see what I'm doing, because there are many different styles that one can do a rose in, and I just think that this style would be particularly suited for this painting. But I don't want to make a mess, so I'll just put the canvas on the floor next to me. I want to do this as fast as possible in one video if possible. Since there are two small canvases, I could do them one after the other. And hopefully not have to do any repeats. Maybe I should just move this off and put this in the center. So, having to redo it would be a bit of a mess with this red background, so I'd rather not have to go there. So the flower is not going to be enormous, and it's going to be on the side. The bird is going to be bigger than the rose. So what I'm going to do is, not working out for me. Perhaps I need to put the canvas on my lap again. Okay, I'll just start. So I'll just do like a, no, it's too thick. I want it to be a thin outline. I don't want to have to come back with a red paint, because that's going to be really as tricky as doing the dark blue that I did my first painting, the swan. It was really, the dark blue just got into everything, got into the white. So I'll try again. Make sure there's just a thin layer of paint on the center, on the edge of the brush. Spoke too soon. Okay. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. I'm really concentrating, and I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, because in some of the paintings I don't show you much. So I thought I would do this one differently, and it's nice and quiet for some reason. Outside, not much noise from the traffic, as there usually is. No trains going by. Okay, so I think that's enough layers. And I could do just like, a bigger petal that's open out here, and then the stem will be coming through here, So that breaks up the red quite a bit. Now I'm going to be doing the leaves also in this style, so I'll just do like a little stem there and a little stem there. And then I'll do little leaves coming off. That. Yeah, so it is quite difficult doing this with the camera in my hand. I think we'll have the stalk going right down to the edge, and then another branch of the rose bush going up here, and then I'll put the bird on there. So and then I can always bring out more leaves at the back if the bird doesn't remove or doesn't sort of temper down the red a bit. So maybe I should have used a smaller brush. Let's see if I can manage with this one. So the head of the bird, how should we do that? The head of the bird is going to be up this way. Yeah. Oh, way too thick. Even I'm going to have to just let that dry. I don't have a picture of the bird in front of me, but I mean, a bird is bird. And depends on which angle he's looking at the rose. His head could have been a little bit bigger. Anyway, let's see. Funny how one side of the brush always gives you the result you want and the other side doesn't. And so we'll have some of the wings going out there, some of the feathers, and then